Hi everybody, it's Rachel, your friendly neighborhood quilter, and I just wanted to do a video today to show you how I travel with a project. So right now, don't mind the mess, I am in a hotel room in beautiful Florida. I live in Massachusetts and it's about 30 degrees warmer down here, so I'm happy to be here. I'm actually traveling with a friend. She has a conference this week, so we had a few days that her and I got to hang out in Florida and do some things down here. And now she is in her conference today, so I am in the room sewing. But I thought I would do a really quick video to kind of show you how I travel with a project. So I like to travel with just a small amount of a project to get some blocks done within a bigger quilt. And so what I'm traveling with right now is hide and seek, because that's the quilt that I'm working on right now. And I just wanted to show you what I bring. So first up, of course, you always want to bring your pieces. So I have each of these little baggies represents a block in the quilt. So as I make up my blocks, I put each one into its own baggie so that it's easy to grab and put the pieces together. This one actually represents 7 blocks because they're all very similar, so I put them all in that one baggie. But this is the block that I'm working on right now. So I have these pieces out because I'm actually working on it. So this is all of that. So that would normally be in that baggie when I'm actually traveling though. All right, then next I have a couple of little containers. These are just containers that I've picked up from various places. So this first one is actually a little container that used to hold my seasickness bands. So any small container you can find would work. I have my teeniest, tiniest nail clippers and a couple of clips in here just to keep track of them for me so they're not all over this lunchbox. Actually, I didn't show that. This is a Yeti lunchbox that I got for Christmas specifically to be able to use for this. So it contains everything, has plenty of room in there. I could throw a couple of extra things besides my quilting projects in here. I actually usually use this as my personal item because I don't carry a purse. I just carry my phone that has a wallet on it. So I use this as my personal item on the plane because you can have a carry-on plus a personal item. So this is what I use. So sometimes I'll put other stuff in here, like I have my seasickness bands usually in here. Sometimes I'll just throw my phone right in here. I will even throw snacks in here as long as they're not greasy or messy, and I make sure they're in Ziploc so it doesn't mess up any fabric or anything, because usually my fabric while I'm traveling is in these bags anyway, so it is protected. But stuff like that, so that's when I'm traveling. But anyway, so I have nail clippers and clips. That's something that you really need. Something to cut. You can't bring scissors when you travel, so that's why I have my nail clippers. Then this other container I have is metal, so this will hold my magnets and my current needle. So this is the needle I actually work with. I keep it in here, and I have a few magnets in here to help hold the pieces together. And I actually got this for Christmas from my daughter, and I use it constantly. So we have magnets, we have a needle, we have clippers, we have clips. So that's the main thing that you need. These are directions. I won't show those because they are proprietary. But for any of the blocks that I'm actually working on, I bring my directions with me. If you didn't want to bring, and I only brought 2 pages, so there's like 20 pages to this so far. I only brought the 2 pages for the projects that I'm actually working on right now. If you didn't want to separate your pages in case you lose them, you can always take a picture. I do personally bring the actual pages, only because I try not to use my phone when I'm quilting. I try to really stay focused on my project. Phone can distract you so easily. You can go down a rabbit hole watching videos and whatnot. So if I have to go look at my phone for my quilting directions, then I'll get distracted. So I like to bring my paper. That's just me personally. This is just an extra. This actually I got from another trip I was on for the pool. In order to get towels, you had to have that. So it just lives in there for some reason now, but that's what that is. Then I have readers. So these are actually reading glasses. They're 1.5 magnification. They do open up into full glasses you can wear, and I do like that they're in a case because they stay protected in here and don't get scratched up or broken or anything like that. I obviously have my thread, so I just pull about 4 or 5 threads for the colors of the blocks that I'm going to be working on. So I will put like 3 or 4 blocks of these baggies in this case when I'm traveling. So I just make sure I have the threads that match it. And then this is just extra. So I almost never open this when I'm traveling, but I do like to have it in case I need something extra. So I have my, Why can't I open this? Sorry guys, trying to do this one-handed because I'm holding the camera with my hand. So I have my glue stick in there, extra glue sticks. This is a needle case, that has extra needles, and a little container that also has extra needles in there. See if I can focus in on there. And then I think I have some extra clips, stuff like that. So it's just a bunch of extra stuff, and it all just lives in this bag permanently, so that I can just go in and grab what I need. And so I do carry that just in case if my one needle that I have in here breaks or whatever, then I have it. But I don't usually pull this out of this case, so I just leave it in there, but I do like to have the extras. And then, like I said, I have all of my blocks with the fabrics and everything. So here's one that I actually finished. So all of these pieces, I actually put this fully together on this trip. So all of these pieces were loose in one of the baggies, and I put it all together. So now it'll travel home with me finished, and then I'm working on my next project. So when I'm actually sewing, what I do is I pull out these two little containers, one baggie with fabric, and my paper is just enough to see what I'm sewing, and then everything, and obviously my thread. So right now I'm working with my green thread, so I would pull that out. So while I'm sewing in front of me here, I'm actually on my bed in the bedroom because it's not really a good place to sit. But while I'm sewing here, I don't even use this case. I just pull out all of these items and I'm ready to sew, and that's about as simple as you can get. So something to clip it, something to snip it, and something to sew it, and that's all you really need for putting these blocks together on the fly. And it's a really great project. I sometimes take it down to the pool even, and I'll work down there, and I literally will just bring the bare minimum, throw them actually in the baggie, and just bring that baggie so I'm not carrying around too much. And yeah, so this is just how I travel with my blocks. That's the wonderful thing about English paper piecing. You don't have to travel with a sewing machine. It can be done on the fly, and because it's all hand piece, it's really relaxing and a nice project to do with your downtime, so you're not just doom scrolling on your phone as a lot of us do nowadays. So hopefully this video gives you some tips and ideas on how to travel with your English paper piecing, and hopefully you'll put together a nice little travel kit and try it out yourselves. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'm happy to give names of specific items that I have in here. I just want to do a quick video of the quick setup, but if you want any specifics, please let me know. Let me know if you travel with your items and any tips that you might have as well, and what projects are you working on right now. I always like to hear that. Make sure you like this video so that YouTube knows it's a good one, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel because I do post these videos pretty sporadically. So hopefully this video was of some help to you guys on traveling with your English paper piecing. Thanks everybody. I hope you have a great day.